In a courtroom bright and bold, Andy marks the stories he told. With a finger pointed high, he's the ace, the reason why. Through objections loud and clear, truth and justice always here. From the witness stand to the judge's chair, and he's ready beyond compare. Andy Marks and Phoenix Wright fight for truth with all his might. Mean of spirit and mind up by his side. Together they'll turn the tide. He's defending the accused, while baby Gumshoe is confused. Solve the case, bring the truth to light with Andy Marks and Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright.
How's everyone's day going so far? Like I said yesterday, I'm going to try and build the desk tomorrow, not tomorrow, Saturday, so we can start getting some stuff going pretty soon. So, sweetie, you have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So, then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. I mean, there's a clear, like... There's, like, a clear... Like, look at the ringmaster right there. Like, he looks suspicious. Like, he looks like he's, like, looking at Maximilian. Maximilian's clearly busy in the fucking picture. Like, I guarantee you that, like, the ringmaster slipped that on. You can see it right in the fucking picture. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the... Excuse me. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? And I guarantee he put that... He probably put that jacket and hat on because it was fucking cold out. Wasn't even trying to disguise himself. He was probably like, oh, it's super cold out. This is the only thing that's in the area. Let me just put this on. That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... That means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume, went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double. Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure about what to be when I grew up, magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous! Oh, excuse me. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Alright, here we go. Part 2. Now then, everyone is back. Let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness, a pitiful clown with an unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? Oh, poor guy. Why is he so bad? The witness will now state his name and occupation for the court record. Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I was quite sure what joke is best suited. I wasn't quite sure what joke was best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah. Well, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. The ventriloquist and the clown have the same voice. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But a couple of clowns who are up to... What did that last line say? Did that say, but a couple of clowns that are up to no good started making trouble in the neighborhood? Your name? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 the day of the murder? Correct. Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify what you saw that evening? Ha! A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafari... Without the humor, please. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogy self in court. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one even ever laughs at my jokes, I'm taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even try to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laughing. Seriously, okay, this is testimony? Like, this guy's fucking yapping. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? How the fuck am I supposed to cross-examine that? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of the case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you, I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. I didn't realize she was talking about Gumshoe, that's hilarious. Now that that's settled, shall we once again begin with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll take as long as you want. It'll take as long as you want. Alright. Fucking back is hurting a little. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was poops. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster And he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. Ooh, excuse me. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. I feel the clown did it. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized. However, this witness is a bit of, how do you say, off-kilter? Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Excuse me. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in this testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the courtroom. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, Al holds you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Okay, fucking stop. You say that practice was wrapped up at around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock. That's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. Let's not. Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. And 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with the factual testimony? You are so boring. What? What? Okay, what if... Out of curiosity. You know you want to hear a joke. A man goes to his doctor and the doctor asks, "How is number 1?" The man says, "Every day at 6." Okay. Oh! Okay. Okay, I just wanted to see what would happen. Alright, so let's not do that then. Alright. You were pooped that night? Yes, I was very, very tired, not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. But the double cheese, double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu. What happened after that? Then says, ha 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 ha. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really like toilet humor nowadays. The joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. What? Okay, so I have to legitimately, like... Okay, so I have to, like, pick which, like, what to, like, fucking press here. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly how far away were they? Let me think about it that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just about 30 feet, that's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down the visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the 2 shadows you saw. Alright, so we did that. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could say also peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls! Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud noise. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow! That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it'd be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables into our favor. I heard a loud noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like a I guess you could say, Mr. Curls. 1 second, I'm sorry. Mr. Oh! Need to stretch. God. Slow day here on the TheAndyMarksShow. Like, really goddamn slow. 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I just need to check something. Oh, come on, why are we being dumb? Stream manager. Okay. Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Oh, how'd you know that I was gonna make a joke? I guess that sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and then you saw... You say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away? That's right. I'd been thinking about it over and over that night. And things didn't really make sense until I spoke with prosecutor Ms. Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could it be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean is, it's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. It must be really utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness. Get back on track. Will the witness please testify as to what he saw and only what he saw? I love the judge just getting real mad at this clown. You say that you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non-sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown, because if you don't, you know what it's waiting for you. A nice penalty. Four? God! Isn't this a bit melodramatic? What up, Adrito? What the fuck was that? This is the busiest attorney. What's up, bud? So, what will you do then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? She has a whip and everything. Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. I've got a great reason to make my claim. I suppose you will be telling us that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated, following under oath, I kept watching them, and then all of a sudden, Max clonked him over the head. If Mo is to believe when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way he could have seen Max clonk anyone. I love him just spouting facts. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team thing to anger this court? No. I'm just stalling for time so I could jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These type of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Let's save. How's your day going so far, Bergito? Well, you're back from your job? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Nightbot. Oh, we got our Andy. Andy's rating is 155. Andy doesn't think Bug's Life gets enough credit. It really doesn't. Very underrated movie. Doing great, just officing. School's out for the children. Team Ants. That's a hot take. That's a hot take, Pedrito. Ooh. I respect that you're on that team, but I have to thoroughly disagree. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma! Tampering with the witnesses again. So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already been checked out. Checked out? Yep. He was on permanent vacation, as they say. School's never out. But, fuck Woody Allen. True. Fuck Woody Allen. Mr. Curls! Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well. Please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. God, fucking stick drift. It was a bit far away, but that shadow can only have belonged to Max. There's no doubt in it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black coat, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind. I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should have finally been good enough, yes? In his decisive testimony, was Max really at the scene of the crime that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. There, I'm gonna save again. Alright. Press. Do you think that you're going a little overboard at how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I am not the kind of person who will lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. Doesn't seem like he's jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you sure that you saw Max that night? Trillo said the same thing, but if it was just a symbol, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself, but just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You're sure about that? Such a silly little boy. Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. You're sure that this is what you saw that night? Exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Birds don't have terrible night vision. That's not all I saw. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window? There was a little light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight would have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye. Our records say his eyesight is perfect 20/20. This must mean he could have seen the crimes. This must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding? That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object, at least it says so in the autopsy report. With Trillo's statement and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you've got to find a contradiction in this. That's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I've got to do it. Oh, come on. You say that you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo. Everyone says that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols. Yeah, everyone get ready, all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares? Who cares if he knew there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw. He saw the symbols, and he just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? You like pie? I like pie. Silence, fool. You respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order! Order! Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It was obvious it was too dark to see what kind of detail. But the witness said he saw the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. I love the back and forth between Von Karma and Phoenix in this case. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How can you mistake someone wearing that snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims that there were no white roses on the person you saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this is... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matches. Let's wrap this court up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems like, unlike wine, this witness has not grown. Well, what the? Okay, cool. Disconnected me from Discord for a minute. It seems like, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. How? You just literally got done saying that you don't think that this witness is a good witness, and now you're 99% sure that the witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I can forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it in the entire time he was on the scene. The hat was on the ground. The  3 Mr. Wright, you got one last chance at this.
Just one chance.
I will not even allow the slightest at badgering this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curls' statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
If I've only got one shot at this, I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Especially how... Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma? What exactly was the silk hat... Where exactly was the silk hat found?
Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified on the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No! That's not true!
Order! 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 Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court!
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things!
What? That was fun. What? Why are you so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight and my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting... Ah! Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, he's crying. No matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Wah!
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls! Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if I didn't have his roses, he's still wearing that stupid, dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He turned into a bratty little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there.
He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want?
You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene?
This stream is what happens if MJF never pursues wrestling.
You're a thespian. Thank you, thank you. What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
The witness's testimony is full of holes. Holes, Miss Von Karma. The witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
You got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk. The judge! The judge! Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is, how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what?
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. The lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things.
Oh.
Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? There aren't any there! Ay, ay, ay! So, Mo, how exactly did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor? This witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimonies from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came in.
Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, fine. I'll tell the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said enough. I think you said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes?
The testimony you provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just...
It's just what?
It's just it was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Well, there you go. Well... Order! Order! I will have order!
Francisca Von Karma, how could you?
Such a bitch.
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth of what you have to say about what you saw, about what you have to say about what you saw, Miss Curls. Mr. Curls.
Ha! You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell ya.
Try not to waste your time with this idiotic drivel.
I think I'm gonna get off after... when we're done with this day, guys. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows! Everything that I've said up to this point has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. thought of something. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way it actually happened. You're right.
Why is she right? You have to believe the other witnesses. You have to believe you believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony?
I don't think he would just, I don't feel like I think he's telling the truth. Because I actually suspected this. There was something that I saw on the not the crime scene, but there was something that I saw in the what's it called? In the big top that was interesting. It was like rope and a ladder, and also the third floor where I want to say the acrobats live had like I think like a hole in the ceiling. So like there's a lot of, so I actually do think he's telling the truth here. What if what he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he's telling the truth?
That's what I think.
Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic.
Yikes, you're right. Ow! Only a foolishly
looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish dream.
Yeah, something like that.
Don't be ridiculous. Magic doesn't exist.
Why am I talking like this? She's British.
I suppose I will let all of you in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile. Excuse me. You imbecile. If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Hey, sweeties, what in the world's going on here? That's what I want to know.
They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you?
I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can fly whenever I please. It's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless when you're on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Wow. You just told me the secret to your magic.
No! I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule! I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker.
And Phoenix Wright.